Hello and welcome to the Boost Over Ball podcast, your go-to source for all things Rocket League, with your hosts, K-Cube, Quilly, and Red. So lean forward, lock in, and get ready to go Boost Over Ball.
Falling off of it. It didn't have any blue details, so it just looked like white goo coming off of it. If you catch the drift.
Looked like that portal gel boost.
Yeah, I was like, can you please add some more shading? There was much more shading in the original. Can we make it look more like that so it doesn't look like Gooner?
What a time for us to switch over. We're talking about our sticker that we're going to be giving out in Boston. It's looking good. You guys will see it when you're there or when we finish it off. But sorry again for the Thursday episode. I was traveling for work. I just came from the Great White North, from Minnesota. So, did you know that trees can explode?
Yes, I do. I legit just read about this. It's ridiculous.
What?
So,
yeah,
I found out, and because Minnesota has a tree explosion warning, which I didn't know existed, but if the temperature is below -20, the water in sap freezes. And because when water freezes, it expands out the side of the tree, and it makes like a gunshot sound. It's like the tree doesn't explode, but it makes small explosions in the tree.
I have a question.
Yes.
If a tree explodes in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Probably not. But
that's crazy. Like, how big of an explosion are we talking? Are we talking like a pop?
It seems to be a pretty
sound.
But it makes a noise.
A picture of it. Hey, and I found a picture.
I'm going to YouTube. Minnesota tree explosion.
So like it can vary, but like there's a good one where you can literally the tree is literally just like almost crumpled after it.
Yeah. So I mean, if it's doing that much damage, it's got to at least be like somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, I when I saw that warning for the first time, I was like, huh? What? What do you mean tree explosion warning? Well, huh?
That's what I said. I was like, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I can't find a single video of a tree exploding, so I think if a tree explodes in the woods and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound. I don't think it does. I don't think it's real. Fair. I don't think it really does make a sound.
But like I was looking at the weather when I was there, and so when I left this morning, it was -2 actual temperature. It's going to be -37 tomorrow, and it's not supposed to get above 0 until Thursday. It's like, survive. Yep, peace out. I'm gone. Goodbye.
Man's like, get me out. No, thank
you. So on this episode, exploding trees and NRG. There we go.
Nice. I mean, to be fair, some could say Open 1 was an exploding tree for NRG.
Yeah, see? There's levels to it. That's why it's the name of the episode. But I wrote it down. I have it written down, exploding tree, because I was like, that's so good. I need to write that down so I don't forget, because every time I go to like think of an episode name, I'm like, I've forgotten every word I've ever said ever. So here we are.
That's kind of crazy though. Like, you get tornado warnings, you get hurricane warnings, and you also look at your phone, exploding tree warning.
Don't park under trees, I guess. That's really, that's really what it comes to. But without further ado, hello and welcome back to the Boost Over Ball podcast. To listeners new and old, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Kyle, K-Cube, joined in the top right by Quilly, and in the bottom by Red. Sorry, I was looking at the Video Ninja, which is different than the stream overlay that we got. So everyone's here. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. It's cold. It is way too cold right now, and it's only getting colder.
It do be cold. Yeah, it's not amazing.
I'm assuming I can assume the answer is yes for K-Cube to be affected by this snow upcoming, but Red, my bad. Shoot, I governmented you.
My government out. It's been out there, bro.
I had my younger cousin like. My younger cousin like sent me a picture of our website, and I just saw your name, Chance, and I was like, I forget that's his name. You know, I see him as Red, so now I'm just seeing Chance under your name on the website. But how are you guys looking in the snow coming?
within starting Saturday night, we're depending on the area we're in, like you're in, but like in my area, we're projected anywhere from like 6 inches to 2 feet,
Yeah.
which wild range.
So it's gonna be
But
2 inches.
yeah, it's gonna be a dusting.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But that's usually how it goes.
But don't worry, it will still be cold. Starting Tuesday, the high for the rest of the week is gonna be 28 degrees.
Holy heat wave!
I know, right?
Our highest high next week is 12.
Oh, mind you, I'm like middle East Coast. Like
No,
I'm not even that far north.
Yeah, but like it's supposed to snow in Dallas. It's supposed to snow in Atlanta, and half the country is just gonna shut down. My sister already has a cold day for tomorrow. Like they've already called a snow day. Like she's a teacher.
I've been seeing stuff where like there's this one weather report. I can't remember his name, but the whole running joke with him is if he is reporting on some sort of weather event, that's when you know it's getting serious. And someone posted that he is reporting on this winter storm, and the first comment is where, because whoever lives there needs to hide.
Well, it's like the the U.S. government for hurricane evacuations uses Waffle House. If the Waffle House is staying open, you don't need to evacuate. If the Waffle House is closing, that's one of the criteria for evacuations.
Dude, I mean, same thing goes for Texas right now. People are basing how severe the storm's going to be based on if Ted Cruz leaves the state. And currently he's expected to leave for California.
Yeah, no. Texas, like they can like see one snowflake fall and the roads are closed. Every road is closed.
Out.
They don't know how to act. It's free for all.
The idea of a road is closed.
The idea of a road, yeah. People forget how steering wheels and tires work. It's just anarchy.
Yeah, so pretty much seems like the consensus is like it could be anywhere from 1 to 3,500 inches and no in between.
Yep.
Yeah. It's one or the other.
Yep. But we got a lot of RLCS to talk about today. Open 2 has wrapped up for everybody besides NA. For NA, we know our top 8 or our top 16 rather, and this weekend we will crown a Open 2 champion for NA. So we'll give our thoughts, our analysis, general knowledge. We'll talk some shit, talk about RLCS, and continue to comment on the fact that we're like less than a month away from Boston. So here we are.
I look at everything in like pay periods because I get paid bi-weekly. So I go, oh my God, there's only like 1 more or 2 more paychecks until I'm going to be in Boston. I don't know. How am I going to make this work financially?
You just look at the bank like, where's that paycheck? I need that paycheck. I need it.
I also need to not touch it once I get it. Need it to not disappear.
That's always the hard part.
Watch me as I make this paycheck disappear.
And it's gone.
Want to see me run to that rock and back? Want to see me do it again? But let's start out in EU. We talked about teams that made the top 16, or I talked about teams that made the top 16 last time, but we now know the teams that made the top 8 and who won. So making our top 8 through the upper bracket are GK, Gentlemates, Magnifico, and Vitality. And through the lower bracket, we have Ninjas in Pajamas, WIP or WIP Esports, Carmine Corps, and Manchester City Esports. So, weird to see Carmine in the lower bracket, but they drop down, losing to Magnifico, and that was the only series that they would lose. A little bit of a spoiler there, but Gentle Bench misses out. But our teams that move forward into our semifinals are GK, who take down Vitality 4-3, and Carmine Corps, who take down Gentlemates 4-2. And then it's Carmine, it's a grand final, it's a Sunday. They sweep GK to win their second regional and all but ensure their qualification as the number 1 seed in EU. All they have to do is make a main event. So, what are you guys' thoughts on... No kidding. They are Thanos at this point.
They did it. They've done it before. They have done it before.
They have indeed.
It is still possible.
What are your guys' thoughts on this EU Open playoff bracket, and what do you think, moving forward?
I mean, definitely compared to the last one, GK definitely had a much better performance, making grand finals as opposed to not even making top 8 to go, or is it not to
Top
make
16.
top 6 to go to? Yeah, well, I think they just made it outside because only top 6 went to the
the kickoff
kickoff
But I don't
land.
think that they didn't make.
It was so long ago; it's so hard to remember. It's been
GK
such a
didn't
long
make,
time.
they didn't make group stage. They didn't
Yeah.
get out of group stage.
Yeah,
They
Dang.
lost to Gentlemates in the lower bracket semis last
Yeah,
Open.
so
they didn't.
They didn't make top 8.
clearly,
Yep.
most definitely a better showing this time to make it to the grand finals, beating the teams of like Vitality to get there. So it's definitely EU is going to be interesting, and especially since they now have that 5th slot, it's definitely a much more open race because there's a whole nother spot for someone at this upcoming major, and all of them going forward, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, GK, incredible turnaround. Notable result, though, I would say, is Carmine Corp making the loser bracket, or not even loser bracket, the lower bracket run of dreams, technically, but also, why was it the team that gave them the hardest time was Manchester City? I mean, this team, I feel so bad for Man City.
They played them close every time. Every time.
They've had the most unfortunate runs in the last couple of opens where, like, and especially in the kickoff land. I mean, like, they're playing lights out, and then they run into Carmine Corp, who just decides to lock in real quick and just puts up an absolute cinema series, which, great for content, but, like, you're just like, come on, man. I mean,
I want to interview Acro in Boston so bad. That would be such a good interview. But they need to win some damn games to do that.
So they're trying. But then, I mean, like, EU feels so, I don't know how to describe it, but EU feels so weird right now. Like, you got Carmine Corp at 1, which so far they are performing like they should, but barring the rare times where they get randomly sent to the lower brackets in group stage and now have to do a harder run. But, like, between Vitality, like GK, and like the 2 spots kind of figured out, like it's still probably gonna be like Vitality, NIP around there, but like 3, 4, and now technically 5, like no idea, absolutely none, no idea who this could be. We have some ideas, but like at any, like, literally, I guarantee come to Open 3, we're gonna have a scenario where it's like we'll have 4 teams in the top 4 that all could secure a spot, and we won't know until the very grand end of the grand finals or something.
Yeah. They posted the clinching scenarios, but I wasn't sure if he took into account that they're going to have 5 teams that get to go to this because Carmine Corp had that automatic spot, and then I'm also not fully sure how it works, because Carmine is in that number 1 spot, but they also auto qualified. So does it work is it still the 5?
They would essentially, if they essentially is just they get a 5th seed.
Yeah.
Whatever seeding is still doesn't really matter.
But
it's just they secured a guaranteed 5th seed.
What if they auto qualify? So what
Yes.
if they didn't win Open 1, so they don't get that many points, and then they win the kickoff, but then they just don't even make top 16s? At that point, there would have to be 6 teams, or do they just by default get that 5th seed?
They would at worst, Carmine will go into the Boston major as the 5 seed. Is how
obviously it's not going to happen, but by default,
obviously
that would
not going to happen.
For the memes, it would have been so good. It would have been so good.
Carmine just stopped playing. They just don't do the Open 2 or 3 at all. There's like, we made Boston and we're good.
I just need a vacation. Can we please move this along?
Yeah, I mean, also another thing to mention, it's in the notable misses as Gentle Bench, but question is Gentle Bench good or not? Because they're initial in the Swiss stages, they go 3-0, taking out a bottom feeder team, but then in 5 taking down GK, and then in 4 taking down Carmine Corp, and then to go from that to losing to those 2 exact same teams in the group stages. The team's confusing. I don't know if they know if they're good or not yet. It's like, do they decide day of if they want to show up or not? And yeah, it's really a 50-50 if they're going to be the best team in the world or just suspect.
I mean, talk about if we're saying Man City's unlucky, that's got to be like the craziest turn of events. You go from you played in 2 days, you essentially played only 4 teams because you played Carmine Corp twice and GK twice, who then also end up being the 2 teams in the grand finals of Open 2. Like, are we serious? Like, that is the run of doom and despair. Like,
I mean, it almost seems a little bit like NIP of last year, right? Like good when no one expects them to be, and then bad when everyone thinks like, oh, maybe they can actually do something now. So I don't know. They just seem like the enigma of this split in Europe. Like they could be good, they could ruin, ruin the seeding, and then when the games actually matter, when the world needed them most, he vanished. Type stuff there, but. Casey, inevitable. Vitality, I feel like, did not look amazing. Even losing to GK, like, it was a close series, but, like, I just, like, they were either scoring 4 goals or they were losing. Like, that was really, like, what it was. But it kind of just felt like Stizzy and Zen.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
The 3 games they won of the series, they scored 4 goals.
Yep, exactly. But a good showing from GK after losing to Mates. They kind of regain. They're able to take down NIP. They take down Vitality, and then they get curb stomped by Carmine. But Carmine in their lower bracket run beat Man City in 7, Magnifico in 5, Mates in 6, and then GK in 4. So
I think it's safe to say Carmine Corp doesn't lean forward until they're in lower stages.
Yeah.
Unless it's lower groups or the finals, they're lean back, just having a good time.
You know what it is? Carmine Corp implementing the NRG strategy. They don't try until Sunday.
Wait until everything's on the line.
They realize that's the strat now. You just don't do it. You don't really care until Sunday when it actually matters.
That seems like the new strat. Also, I think Ital realized if he wins, he gets to be interviewed and gets to beg Psionics for his tags again.
That was insane.
Can I have my tags, please? It worked though. He posted on Twitter. He got them.
Hey, that goes to show that if you keep
if you make RLCS and you complain about things, you get what you want.
You get what you want.
But I mean, I'm getting depressed talking about Thanos. Let's move over to NA, into the NRG portion of our Exploding Trees and NRG. We now know through the open qualifiers what teams have made the top 16, and in Group A, those are NRG, Shopify Rebellion, M80, Unreal Nightmare, Foot Esports, Team Silenced, Gen G, and One. And from Group B, we have still unsigned Redacted, Seal, Apple Slices, SSG, Lotus 8, 90210, Dignitas, and Shuffles Kittens.
This Group B is like such a cakewalk compared to Group A. Oh my god!
There's
literally only one org in the whole, or 2 orgs. Oh,
3.
I'm at 3 orgs counted in the whole thing of it.
But so like looking at it, Apple Slices is Calm, Taroko, and Juice. So like they have some
wild
names.
Combo, by the way, wild combo.
Very, very much so. Seal has former POAB player, Pirates on a Boat, Eris Percy Panda.
They look good.
Yeah.
I will mention that.
Redacted should be signed, but their coach didn't sign the contract, so I don't know.
I was like, they look good. However, they also didn't play anyone above the 6th seed in the Swiss bracket. So
competition 90210 with the legacy run to make it there.
Matter expert in Devo. Again, dude, rebrand. You're not Devo.
Change it. Just add something. Just add something to change it.
I'm gonna join RLCS and just change my name to Daniel and just see what happens.
Or you could even be better. Just do Laniel. Just beat him to it. But but it's DVO instead of DEEVO. But still, we've talked about that before. But Shuffles Kittens too, another team that we've seen perform pretty well in NA. RG relating wave and speed, running it back. But Group A definitely a much much deeper group. My question for you is, before we talk about anything else, if Gas was in Group B, are they going 3-0?
3-0? No. 3-1? I could say yes to 3-1. Especially if they get like the
Little
run
Step
that,
Bros made round 5.
Little Step Bros like consistently makes round 5. That is what they
Again,
do.
they were in Group B though.
I think fair.
We also don't. Nine Lives didn't make it.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
Clarify who's on that 9 Lives roster.
Zenil, Hawks, or Andy.
Okay,
All right.
there we go. There's why.
That's
The question is, I think, who do you think's better, Guh or AJ? I think that's what it comes down to.
AJ.
I don't, dude. Guh has his moments. I will say.
Wait,
That
Squishy's
man
been
will just
grinding.
all of a
He's
sudden
been playing
play
with
out of his
Jinxie.
mind.
Grinding and playing with Jinxie are two completely different statements. I don't think those two can go hand in hand.
Did you see? Speaking of him, did you see he was like the him versus Zen?
Scored after like 8 goals or something.
He was queuing threes with Vatira and Zen.
Yeah.
The carry of dreams.
He
So,
gets
but
to play just everyone's dreams.
The
Bobby.
softest, comfiest backpack you will ever find.
But they were calming in English. Like, it was actually super entertaining to watch. Like, I've never heard Vatira and Zen laughing so much. But like,
Yeah, my favorite part was when he goes, "We're so great," and they just start laughing at him because Jinxie's like, "We're so great." It's like, yeah, we totally are.
Exactly. But so like he comes back and he played in that SSL tourney with like a bunch of the the creators and streamers that were around, and he was he was clipping on Tenacity. You like demoed him and they scored a goal. It was like Justin, Squishy, and Jinxie, and Jinxie demoed Tenacity and they scored. Jinxie was avoiding bumps and messed with Tenacity and they scored again. And then Jinxie beat 2 people with a passing play to Justin and scored. And people are like, what is going on?
That passing play was kind of nuts. I'm not going to lie. The Squishy down to Jinxie over to Justin, that was kind of nuts. Was it intentional? Probably not. But it looked insane. He could just say it was because you can't argue it.
But he was...
For playing the game just recently, he does not look bad at all. Like,
no, he got placed in champ in threes.
Like that's already above average. Like, is average champ now?
He got placed in silver and 2s. He's silver 3 and 2s.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
He's only queued with like streamers and pros for 3s.
Yeah, he did all 10 of his ranked matches with stable Ronaldo, and I think they went 0-10 for 2s.
But it was also pretty funny. He was like, because he was calming when he was playing with Squishy and Justin. He's like, I go, and Justin's like, what happened? I was dead. And like they watch the replay. He goes, I just hear him spamming, I go. This man's been playing with the French too fucking much. What's going on? And I was like, he started laughing. He goes, I am French. He's like, what is going on? Squishy just like could not stop laughing long enough to explain what was going on, but he was just like,
Did y'all see the clip? It was the clip when Squishy lost his 1v1 with Jinxie, and like he's like on the almost like on the floor, like in stream, just like talking to like I don't know. I'm assuming he was probably joking, but just like the oh my god, my career's over, like type kind of monologue as Jinxie's sitting there just watching his stream, just kind of like laughing. I have never heard Squishy talk like that ever. Like this is a man that shows zero emotion, and it's like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, I mean, I know Jinxie's like trying to do like stream every day, right? Like he's trying to do that 2 years in a row of streaming every day. I was like, what if he co-streamed with Tenacity at RLCS? Like, I feel like he would have a fucking insane time.
That would be great for. I feel like that would be like it would bring numbers, like the amount of people that would show up to the LAN purely because of Jinxie going. But I also feel like it would create a lot of problems because it'd be a lot of commotion because Jinxie's there. Because I feel like there's no way, because usually the streamers are sitting on the floor with the on the same level as the playing people. I don't think that'd be possible. I think there'd be too many people just crowded around there trying to run over there. Just like, oh my god, Jinxie!
It would certainly
That's the only
help the esport.
Oh yeah, You can't say nothing because I feel guaranteed if Jinxie was to go, that stadium sold out.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
But
We should start a petition. Get Jinxie to Boston.
I mean,
I don't think we need a petition. I think he'll go if he wants. I think he's got the funding.
I mean, but no, not a petition. It's not a fundraiser. Just a petition. Be like,
is
hey,
is he still an SSG?
please save us. Who? No, I think he left SSG. He used to be for SSG. I think he's no longer a part of SSG.
Fair. I think that would be fair. I don't think he has an org. It would cost probably way too much to have him to sign him.
Well, yeah, he was a part of SSG for the longest time, and I think he just outgrew SSG. And also, I think he grew apart from because he was their streamer for Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
And since he's departed from Rainbow Six, I don't think he's as involved in that type of stuff anymore.
No, fair.
I think he just wants to do his own thing and play Clash Royale and now Rocket League.
Yep, that is very fair. But back to the NA Rocket League. NRG back on top of the group, 3-0. They dropped one game to Silenced, but other than that, back with a vengeance. M80 out of nowhere. They bring Noli back into RLCS, and all of a sudden they're good.
Noli still got it, man. He was playing well. Like I knew he was still good at the game because he was at least playing CRL for a while, but like dude still got it. Like he is very much still able to compete as shown. I mean, M80 beat, you don't take a game off Energy, which, oh no, you didn't take a game off the defending world champions. What a travesty. But I mean, you beat Foot in 5. Like you sweep Genji, which that was the wildest series to watch. I mean, genuinely, they looked either M80 looked insane or Genji looked terrible. I couldn't really tell which.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, it's probably that's probably the best answer.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, it was not close either. I mean, they were like some serious score lines if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but
so are we gonna have to have a conversation about Gen G as well? Not a single win from a team in the top 8. 2 losses from the 3 and 4 seed, and all 3 of their wins are coming from teams. The highest being the 11. Gen G looked pedestrian. They looked horrible to say the least.
Yeah, mind you, 2 of the teams that 2 of their wins were against teams that didn't qual, and it took them to Game 5.
Yeah, no, all 3 of their wins, no one qualled. None of their 3 wins qualled. All 3 of them are in the red,
and 2 of them were Game 5s. Like what?
Yeah. Did they blow it up?
Did they blow it up? Is crazy.
I need to go back and watch the games again because generally I don't know what's changed. Like Rise is a fantastic player. So is Justin. So is Magic Bear. I don't know if it's the chem's not there or if one's just underperforming. It's such a weird dynamic. I'm curious to watch them this weekend, during the group stage, because they're gonna have to face M80 again because of how the seeding worked out. They will face M80 again if they beat Seal.
Yeah, they have to win Seal.
I would hope that they would figure it out and beat Seal, because as we already talked about, Group B was a bit of a cupcake run for most teams. So we'll see. But I mean, yeah, not a good look if you're a Gen G fan right now.
Not at all. But you guys, anything else that you want to talk about with NA before we jump over to APAC?
What org signs redacted?
I mean, it was going to be a Saudi org, and then that backed out.
Yeah.
You know what? I could actually see Luminosity.
No, LG. I don't.
Cloud9 enter the fold.
So LG has come under new ownership. They're back. They're under their own ownership now. So they did not take on any of the debts that they had from before. So they are, for all intents and purposes, a new org. I could see them doing it. I don't think that they will. I think that they're sustainable with the sports that they have with Smash and with some of the fighting esports. But yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think of orgs that maybe left, and do we see Poab make a return? Maybe
G2.
I think the issue that we have right now is Redacted is playing so well that they have the merit to ask for more than probably a C tier org will want to pay them.
Yeah, I think that maybe that was the issue but everyone besides the coach signed the contract to, this is, that what we've heard, it's not, no one will truly know what's going on behind the scenes, but that's what I've heard. But OCE, not APAC, I'm sorry. Teams making the top 8 through the upper bracket. We have Power, Yeah Bruv, Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, and Wildcard. And from the lower bracket, we have Batman on Wheels, You Not a Champ, You a Clown, Team Freeze, and IT. So before we get more into this, I will mention that Wildcard won on a forfeit from Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. And so our top 4 is Wildcard, who sweeps Batman on Wheels, and Power, who beats the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs 4-2. And Wildcard able to take the grand finals 4-1 here. So we'll talk about all the rankings at the end, but this is a big result for this now one OCE spot. But at least in my opinion, it kind of seems like a 2-horse race, right? 2 people fighting for one spot, and that's Wildcard and Power. I think they've traded opens here, and they've both made obviously grand finalists in the other. So I believe that they're tied on points, and so we'll have everything to play for here in Open 3. But what are your guys' thoughts?
I mean, I think we all kind of expected going into this season for Oceania that it was just going to be a 2-horse race of Power Wildcard. I definitely think it shook things up a bit when Open 1 Power took the lead there. Obviously, Wildcard coming back into form now. So I think we are... Here's hoping. I'm hoping the bracket lines up properly where we get, Power, Wildcard... Give me a Game 7 Grand Final Open 3 to clinch the spot for Boston. Absolute cinema. I would absolutely tune in. I would absolutely tune into that. I don't watch too many Oceania games, but I would absolutely tune into that. Knowing the luck on that though, it's going to be like Power versus Wildcard in like top 6 or something. It's like, well, okay, cool, I guess.
Give me everything or give me nothing. That's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
And
absolutely.
Hey, also, I talked about it last week. We have to talk about it again. An official broadcast for OCE. First,
CJ. CJ is the official broadcast.
No, but there was they broadcasted it on the RL Esports Twitch account.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
For the first time. Otherwise, it would have to be a scuffed team stream, a no caster. But they had casters, they had support. It was an official broadcast. So congratulations to OCE for getting their open casted there. I think that and I don't love bringing traditional sports into this, but I think personally the NHL best sport, worst league. They make it extremely difficult to watch the sport.
I would say it's close between NHL and MLB for the hardest to watch the sport. Because MLB is pretty bad about it too. I think honorable mention NBA.
I was gonna say
sure.
NBA's I've heard they got 18 different places. They don't start on time. You never know where it's gonna be streamed.
Man.
So in all of sports, if it's a 7:00 tip puck drop start it at 7:00, not 7:18, 7:12, whenever you feel like doing it. If you're gonna do a jersey retirement or if you're gonna do some ceremony pregame, start it early. or start the game later. Like,
Yeah.
this is a different
Soccer?
rant though.
Or soccer or international football and the NFL are the two creme de la creme. There's a start time.
Yeah,
Not
they
a
will start.
second frickin' later will that game be started.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. That is, thankfully they are on time in that regard. But
Although, but like I will
Well.
say, so like sometimes there's footballs are like there's some weird ones, right? So like I've seen a 4:07 start, like that's what it's scheduled as, or like a
Yeah.
a 1:12. You're like, what?
but at least they put it on
No,
the
yep.
schedule.
You're right. They do.
They were on time.
Yep. But man, so I'm all for making it easier to watch the esport, whether you're in Australia, North America. Mina had the main broadcast was back, but we've kind of talked about OCE a little bit. But there's one thing that we haven't talked about, and I'm going to go back to the top 16 for this one. What is your favorite name from the top 32 in OCE? Because there are some phenomenal ones.
You scroll down into like the teams that didn't make it, it just gets even better.
It's incredible.
I'm assuming we're all looking at the team that went 0-3 in Group B here.
Well, there's Ram Ranch, there's BBL, but HHL.
You're missing the creme de la creme name here.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm getting there.
all
I'm
the way
getting
to the
there.
bottom.
Like those are good, but they're not that. There's Leave My Arcelona, and we have
That's actually so good.
Diddy Blood Calculating Kablame Mechanisms 67.
Like
6-7.
what?
6-7.
And then you not a champ, you a clown is just the ultimate rage bait of a name. Like what?
And then just
And then,
for
of
love
course,
of the game,
You know,
Batman on wheels.
cutie patooties, like oh my, and then BDS. Huh?
Tizzler, Quinn Toxic, Forza Jacob. Those are the players that are on that Diddy Blood Calculating 6-7 team.
There's not even a page for BDS. You can't even click on them.
No.
Like what?
I think the babysitter's kind of funny too, but like it's not that.
The Aussies are just having a grand old time.
There's also a team Chopped Unks, so that's also pretty funny.
Nice. I found our team, boys.
Kukels.
They were making top 8s last year.
Yeah, I was like, they did. I remember that name from last season.
What a time. Okay. Let's move on. Let's go to Sam. Man. Also, you have to be careful when you're scrolling around the Wikipedia page because it defaults to open one. And you could start doing half of the sheet and not realize that you're redoing an old sheet.
Uh-oh.
So, I mean, I wouldn't know
Sounds
anything
like a
about
cry
that.
for help.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
This sounds very detailed for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. But our teams making the top 8 in Sam through the upper bracket are Furia, Amethyst, MIBR, and Team Secret. And through the lower bracket, we have Sanificados, Chromax, Nova Drift, and Chinatown. This one's a bit wild. So in our semifinal, we have MIBR taking down Amethyst in Game 7. And in our lower semifinal, we have Team Secret upsetting Furia in Game 5, which sets up I would have to do quite a bit of digging to find out when the last time Furia didn't make a SAM Grand Final is. But we have MIBR taking down Team Secret in Game 6 to win Open number 2. Furia only making a top 4, not a top 2, and they lost one last season because of internet issues for Swift, but I couldn't tell you the last time they didn't make a SAM Grand Final. So,
and I think it's even crazier that this is Team Secret's like golden opportunity. This is their Buffalo Bills. They killed the king. Their chance to win this Open, and they blew it. MIBR comes out. Oh, we got to the grand? Yeah, you're talking.
Yeah.
Just double checking. I'm scared. I'm always jumping ahead, but no, MIBR comes out on top. That's huge for them because obviously they're a two-region team. And so that fight for that second seed, I mean, I guess even that fight for that first seed isn't a solidified spot. So Sam is going to be a very interesting region, especially going into Open 3.
They certainly
Yeah,
are.
I mean, we got. I think for the content sake, we got the best result, and that was Furia not making grands, because now it's 3 teams that all are fighting for a spot,
2 spots.
and it
1 and 2.
1 and 2, but genuinely, like, we could see it. We could see an open where Furia somehow doesn't make it. There is a world where we do not see Furia at Boston Major, which would be ridiculous.
But that would mean we'd get to see the bull again.
We would get to see the bull again. Now, unfortunately, the point break is far enough away that the only way that would happen for Furia would have to, if I do the mental math here, you'll carry the 1 and okay, yeah.
Too many
So
fingers. I ran out of fingers.
Team Secret would have to win it all, and Furia could not get top 2.
I mean, that's what happened this round. Minus Secret winning.
Minus Secret winning. So if the same thing happens but Secret wins in the grand final, it's GG's. Furia, sayonara.
Is it? I was trying to think of, I almost said a Wiedersehen, but that's
Hasta la vista.
How many ways can we say goodbye in languages that aren't Spanish?
Au revoir. And I can say it in baguette.
And baguette.
Au revoir.
Oui, oui.
But yeah, so like you mentioned, and we'll do kind of a bigger points update here at the end once we get through everything. But kind of a crazy showing there from Furia. They win 1 game in overtime, but Secret seemed to have their number as they scored, 9 goals total, but they got shut out in 1 game. So a great showing from Secret, and then they're not able to finish it off as, like we mentioned before, the Bull looks to be in top form here. That's Sad, Ray's Bull, and Astromic. So very interesting down the stretch here, and I'm intrigued to see what happens in Open 3. But you guys good to jump over to Mina?
Let's do it.
Another very interesting, finish for this one. And we had talked about the teams that made the top 8 the last time, and so now we're into the top 4, and that is Falcons, who beat DOS 4-1, and Twisted Minds, who beatElyom in Game 7. I'm not saying the whole thing again. I did it last week, and it was not very good. And in the grand finals, we have Team Falcons taking down Twisted Minds 4-2 for the first time this season. They lost in E-League. They lost in Open 1. But Falcons come out on top here. Do you think they've turned the corner? Is this Drawley pickup starting to pay off, or was Twisted Minds just a step behind?
I genuinely think we have a similar situation to APAC here, but there's 2 teams coming for the APAC, Oceania, but there's 2 teams, 2 spots for this region. That's what I feel. It's a two horse race, but both horses get in. The whole deciding factor is what seed they're getting, because it's not close for any other team. I mean, Twisted Minds and Team Falcons are both tied in first with 25 points. Third is MMA with 10 points. They are the only team left that is even it is even possible for them to take the spot away from one of those 2 teams. And for that to happen, you need Team Falcons or Twisted Minds to not make main event. So, welcome to Boston. Because I mean, it's just seeding. It is. We are essentially seeing a sparring match, is what it feels like, in my opinion, of just 2 teams. We might as well be watching scrims.
It's cool to see a little bit of parity. I still think that they've already walked the script out too much for us. Monkey Moon for the Dickies 3-peat. But nevertheless, good to see, at least like on a personal level, Drawley kind of start to get his feet under him as Falcons go down 2-1 and then rip off 3 straight, scoring 4 and 3 goals in the process. So good for Falcons to kind of get their feet back under them, for them to kind of continue to improve week over week, and I am very I'm very intrigued to see how this will play out in the rubber match in Open number 3. But like you said, I think that they're both destined for Boston.
Dickies is still not confirmed yet, so we still hold out hope that the inevitable fate is not upon us.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. But if it's Dickies, Monkey Moon's winning. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's beating the NA1. He's beating the NA1 seed in the grand finals again for his third world championship in the same venue.
Hey, you know what that means though? No EU team in a world championship again. So,
do you think if they announce Dickies in Boston, do you think it gets booed?
Yes. Absolutely yes. We have reached that point.
Probably.
Especially
We're going to Texas, back to Dickies.
Genuinely, you either hear a boo or just need a genuine groan of disgust. Just a
not again. But we beat that dead horse to death. In the sake of us trying to hit around that hour mark, I'll move us along. APAC. We know the teams that have made the top 8. We know who's won. So teams making the top 8 through the upper bracket are Project Dela Cruz, Ground Zero, Kinotrope, Sailing Esports, and through the lower bracket we have Godspeed, Inarizaki, North Star Gaming, and Big Dogs. Moving into our semifinals, we have Ground Zero taking down Kinotrope 4-2. We have Project Dela Cruz sweeping North Star Gaming. We then have Project Dela Cruz sweeping Ground Zero to take home their second regional. And this team is looking unstoppable, and they are looking like they are going to be our team from APAC in Boston. As I saw, it was tweeted, they have still not lost a series this split. So far in APAC, they've lost like 4 games total, something like that, from what I saw. So they are dismantling teams, and they're dismantling this region. So they perfect ran the playoff bracket.
I'm genuinely shocked that this team is not gotten signed to an org, because even for like a C tier org, this is essentially free publicity and free, infinite money glitch. Like, hello, you have an APAC team that is essentially going on the VP run from last season, and they do not appear to be slowing down. I could definitely see this team pulling off what VP did as last season well, and beating some other regions and making it to, making it as far, if not further. I just don't see how a team hasn't picked these guys up yet. It just feels like a no-brainer.
It really does. Cool. Anything you want to add for APAC, or you kind of just we'll see him in Boston?
Yeah, it's pretty much I feel like this is the foot of last year in APAC specifically. They're just quite literally how many games can they get through without losing is pretty much all it is for them. This team is the real test is gonna be how they perform on the world stage, because obviously the APAC region is not any competition for them at the moment.
Fair. But
also, Sphinx's real name?
Kevin.
Oh my lord.
Wait, no, it's not. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Sphinx's real name is Nick Iman Hakim bin Nick Azar.
Nice.
Correct. There's like 6 different names right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6 different names.
Nice. Almost ran out of fingers. To count that high.
Also, God, I hate clicking on a player's profile, seeing their total winnings, and realizing it's pretty close to my annual salary. It's like, ouch.
Let's not talk about that. Let's move on to SSA. This is our last region. We know what teams have made the top 8. Through the upper bracket, it is Pioneers, Bro Crows, White Rabbit Gaming, and 5 Fears. Through the lower bracket, we have Death Cloud Esports, I'm a Piano, Synthesis, and Astronic Esports. I'm a Piano is such a good name. Moving on, in our top 4, we have 5 Fears taking down I'm a Piano 4-1. We have Pioneers taking down Astronic Esports 4-2. And in our grand finals, we have a new regional champion as 5 Fears take down Pioneers in 6 to win 4-2. That's 1 regional win for Pioneers, 1 regional win for 5 Fears. It's a 2-horse race, and again, like an OC we talked about, I hope it's a Game 7 Grand Finals for all the marbles.
I still think it's hilarious that SSA has essentially turned into two actual SSA region
Two South Africans and a Spaniard, and two
South Africans and then a foot player. Whoever's got the best foot player wins. That is what it's turned into essentially. And hey, good competition, I guess. So
yeah, and
give me Game 7 or give me death.
I will be excited to hopefully interview whichever team comes out of SSA here, because it will actually, we'll get to talk to most likely a South African, a player from South Africa. So we will, we'll bring you that content when it comes, but still pretty exciting. Yeah. But is there anything else that you guys want to mention before we run through an RLCS points update?
Sun.
Yeah, every time I open the dock.
So let's do a points update. So starting out in SSA, we'll kind of work our way back up. Five Fears and Pioneers are both sitting on 25 points, and Bro Crows are sitting on 12. Everyone else has been eliminated. So the winner of Open number 3 will go straight up, or if one of Five Fears or Pioneers outperform the other by one place, they will go, provided Bro Crows doesn't win.
The random scenario where Bro Crows wins it all, and somehow 5 Fears and Pioneers get top 16, and that's it.
Yeah,
there is that scenario.
There very much is. And then moving on to APAC, we have Project Dela Cruz with 30 points, Ground Zero with 17, and Kinotrope with 17. Everyone else has been eliminated. Project Dela Cruz just has to outperform Ground Zero and Kinotrope. I think they can clinch with the top 6.
It's like they just need to get top 8 even. I think they're fine.
Yeah. In MENA, Team Falcons and Twisted Minds both have 25 points. It hopefully will again come down to a Game 7 Grand Finals for the number 1 seed. MMA has 10. Everyone else has been eliminated. But I believe with a top 8 qualification, Falcons and Twisted Minds will both make it. In South America, currently in first, we have MIBR with 25. Furia has 22. Secret with 17. Amethyst with 14. Nova Drift with 8. Chromax and 3 Point Shooters both have 7. So it is, 2 teams from this region. So basically, most likely your 2 grand finalists are going to be the teams that are going, right? But the most likely scenario is Furia and MIBR, but there is an opportunity for Secret here if they're able to play upset once again, as they have closed the gap to Furia with their performance in Open 2. In OCE, currently tied at 25 points is Power and Wildcard. Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs has 14. Batman on Wheels has 10. IT has 10. Most likely it is going to be one of Wildcard or Power. Whoever wins the Open is guaranteed their spot. But there are some scenarios which we won't go into in which Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, Bandits on Wheels, or Batman on Wheels or IT can make it. Now, time for the fun ones. Let's talk about EU. And Carmine Corps is currently in first with 33 and have auto-qualified, but could take the number 1 spot. Ninjas in Pajamas has 15. Team Vitality has 14. GK has 12. And Gentlemates has 12. So as of right now, Gentlemates, GK, Vitality, Ninjas in Pajama, and Carmine Corps will be your teams that are going. But Magnifico and Man City both have 8. Novo has 7. Gentle Bench has 5. 3 Fuck Reset has 3. Whip Het Esports has 3. FN, GHT, BSK, Wild all have 2, and Cloud Esports has 1. So it is all still possible for them to make it, though all Carmine Corps needs to do to lock up the number 1 seed is qualify to the main event. But after that, everything else is up for grabs. You need to see more from Man City, Novo, or Magnifico for them to have a chance. Do you see any of the teams, Gentlemates, GK, Vitality, NIP, or I'm going to leave Carmine Corps out of it because they've auto-qualified. Do you see any one of those 4 teams kind of falling off in EU? Do we get to see a Magnifico or a Man City in Boston?
I think of the teams there, the only teams that are I would say concerned, barring a catastrophic failure from someone from the likes of NIP or Vitality, are going to be GK Gentlemates, because we've seen those teams perform very poorly. and we've seen them perform very good. They're some of the most inconsistent rosters currently in EU, and teams like Magnifico and Man City and Novo, who are just barely in the outside look in because they lose one or two close games, especially Man City right now, I think is easily could be a team that sneaks into at least a 5 seed, a 4 seed, barring they just don't face Carmine Core. As long as they can avoid Carmine Core, I can see that team easily take a spot away from Gentleman's or GK. We'll have to see how the bracket plays out for Open 3, as that will probably be the determining factor.
And we're not going to really talk about this one as much because we still have a top 16 to play through, but currently our standings in North America are Shopify with 15, Space Station with 10, Genji with 7, Redacted with 7, Foot with 5, Lotus 8 with 5, Shuffles Kittens and Silenced at 3, NRG at 2, Gas at 1, and everyone else at 0. So a lot to play for. We'll give you an update on the standings next week when we record back at our normal Tuesday time. But we'll have a lot to talk about in terms of Open 2 being finished for NA, a lot of analysis, and I believe some of the Open qualifiers will have taken place for some of our other regions. So a lot to talk about, and I think that is it in terms of RLCS content for the day. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about before we wrap up?
Why can't I find who Shopify is playing? Oh, it's bugged. That's why.
Yeah.
It has Seal in Group A in the lower bracket. I guess because it's not finalized yet. I was going to ask if you guys had any predictions for NA this weekend. Who are your two in the finals, and what is the series score?
Give me. Give me the classic. Give me NRG, Shopify. I got NRG 4-2.
NRG, Genji, NRG 4-1.
Genji? Why?
This man has faith in Rise.
Rise is a lights bright kind of guy.
You know who's a lights bright kind of guy? Give me Shopify Rebellion.
Not First Killer. Certainly not First Killer.
Give me Shopify Rebellion. Shopify wins 2 straight regionals.
He might be the worst lights bright player ever.
Sorry. Who won Open 1? Who won Open 1? Respect the GOAT. First Killer. Okay. 4-1 over NRG.
That's crazy. Okay.
I'm going for shock value here.
It's like First Killer praise on this podcast.
That's
I am the First Killer believer.
Watch yourself. I'm gonna start being an exotic truther.
Oh, you son of a gun! You son of a gun! That might actually fighting words.
I'll say it. If I joined in an episode one day and I got K-Cube talking about exotic and Quilly talking about First Killer, do I hate a player? I don't even know what player do I hate that I just need to start cheering for now. I don't know.
So I
was gonna say we just start gassing up. Oh man, who said people?
What?
No, who said the age when we were talking about the age? Like what age is considered old? What Sam player?
Who's the one that
is the Sam player?
Yeah,
Lost. I think it was Lost. So we said start talking about Lost. Anytime anybody starts Lost is the hero we didn't know we needed.
Lost is our GOAT.
Yep. He should be the captain of Chopped Unks, even though he's not.
Yeah, he's not even that old, huh? I still don't know why he said 98. He's not. Maybe give himself some wiggle room.
Yeah, exactly. But anything else that you guys want to mention as we have officially now hit the hour mark? Look at us go.
Woohoo! All good. Got my question out.
Okay. Well, with that, we would like to thank you all so much for listening. We'd like to remind everyone that this podcast is proudly brought to you by our name-level supporters on Patreon, Alyssa B. Please remember to rate us 5 stars wherever you listen to podcasts, share the show, tell a friend. It all helps us grow our audience and improve the show. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Twitch, which we're currently live recording on right now, and come join our Discord. Make sure to support us by checking out our merch store and our Patreon. This is how we fund the show and do giveaways. Some new merch will be coming soon, and we'll have a new sticker to give out in Boston, so you can look forward to that. All of these links and more can be found on our website at boostoverball.com. And from us here on the show, as always, remember to choose Boost over Ball. See ya!
Thank you for listening to the Boost Over Ball podcast. Make sure to check out our website, boostoverball.com.